What's going on, everybody? Praise God. It is a beautiful day. And yes, Chi-Town is a little cloudy, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Clouds should never, ever stop your progress. But I'm going to tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at the curtain call. We are looking at the final frontier and culmination of what God has been up to in 2020. It's about to get real interesting. This is going to get real interesting. Now, I was talking to somebody earlier this year regarding everything that was going on, things that were happening, and what seemed like there was a lot of weird stuff happening at the beginning of the year. And you got to take things in stride. Here's the problem. Society tends to suffer from short-term memory loss because we are so wrapped up in our own personal worlds that when we look at the big picture doesn't necessarily stem for a long period of time, and things work together. What do I mean? I am talking about people and decisions that are made that affect our present state. And so when things seem like they come out of nowhere, well, no, they didn't come out of nowhere. We just didn't connect the dots. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you better start connecting the dots. You better start connecting the dots. Because if you don't, you're going to be confused. You're going to falsely accuse God of things. You're going to falsely accuse people of things. So you got to connect the dots. Out of everything that is happening, you got to connect the dots. Now, what do you mean by connect the dots, Pastor Rima? This is what I'm talking about. We are looking at some events that are going on in our society, but we hardly tend to connect them to other things that have been going on already. i.e., we've got election year. Had our final debates last night, which, but for me, all right, I'm just going to be candid with you. I'm going to be 100. I want to be straight up with you right now. This is what the Lord spoke to me earlier this year. He said, there's a lot of good things that are happening for the church. And in support of the church under the Trump administration. And when I say that, that is not endorsing Trump. That is saying under this administration, there have been many Christian values that has been preserved and fought for. Okay? But you got to understand what politicians do. All right? Now it's about to get real. It's about to get real. I want you to put on your seatbelts, y'all, because I'm gonna take you for a ride. No one can assume the most influential position in the entire world outside of the choice and influence of the people that pay the bills. There's a saying in like the detective world, and you know, that when they're trying to figure things out, they say, follow the money. Follow the money. So when you see a face and a name that's highlighted and selected for an influential position and to lead our country, or even on a local level, like your mayors or your governor, listen, you got to follow the money. These people are just the bodies and the names that are sitting in the seat, but they're not paying the bills. So yes, you and I think they have power and authority, but they really don't. The people that have the influence, the power, and the authority are the people that pay the bills. Who's paying the bills? Who's keeping your nation afloat? You think it's your tax dollars? It ain't your tax dollars. It's the donations and the contributions of very wealthy people that help to keep things afloat. So when I say things are going to get interesting, when the people that are paying the bills don't feel like that the structure is supporting their cause, their personal causes, something's about to happen, because you just took the influence from the person that's been paying the bills. Think about this. You know how this works. You know how this works. If you got kids, you know, that try to dictate things, not this new season of parenting where kids can do anything they want and, you know, they have all types of choices and they tell us what to do. No. Back when I was growing up, we did what we were told to do. You know why? Not that we were afraid of being punished or in trouble. That was part of it. But at the end of the day, we really can't do what we want because we don't pay the bills around here. And if you don't pay the bills around here, you don't have a say. But when the people that don't pay the bills start having a say and start dictating and pointing fingers and telling everything, this is, and looks like they're starting to have their way, the bills ain't gonna be paid no more. That's either two things will happen. The people that are paying the bills will stop paying the bills and tell you to pay, or the people that are paying the bills will strong arm and enforce their importance to why things need to happen the way they think they need to happen. Okay? This is how this works, okay? Now, the people that are paying the bills, okay, for the United States of America, personally, this is a personal opinion. The people that are paying the bills for the United States of America are not happy. They're not happy with what's going on. So there's this power struggle. between the people that want to enforce and assume and assert their roles of leadership. But you can't assert your role of leadership if you don't pay the bills. I don't care who voted you in. Who's paying the bills? Whose influence and monetary gains are keeping things afloat? And if that person is not happy with the way things are going, you got a problem on your hands. So here it is. I don't care who gets voted into office. The same thing's going to happen. It doesn't matter who gets into office. The same thing is going to happen. And people are singing the praises of Trump. You better be careful. You better be careful. Trust me, Trump is as arrogant as they come. Trump is as self-centered and prideful as they come. Okay? You remember that. However, he holds the most influential position in our world. Now, what does that mean? You think it's because he's just popular? You think it's because, well, he got all the votes and it was an upset, it was a landslide? You better wake up if you really don't believe that the greatest Ponzi scheme is upon us. The greatest Ponzi scheme is upon us. I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to let you go. I'm going to tell you something right now, and I'm going to let you go. Look at who gets to lead. And when those people are leading, you have to look at their track record of what they were successful. Look at the track record of people that are leading and look at what they were successful in doing. Donald Trump knew exactly how to build an empire and build it off of debt. Okay? Hear me now. This man knew how to build a massive empire out of debt and then not pay it back. This man knew how to swindle his way out of paying his bills and it be legal. Who cares about his tax returns? Listen, people structure themselves with regards to taxes. They structure themselves so they don't really have to pay much to Uncle Sam, because what they're doing already is giving so much. So they structure themselves in ways and they don't have to necessarily have any tax liabilities. But let me tell you something about what Trump knows how to do. He knows how to go bankrupt. Check his track record. Now, is that speaking bad against the president? No, I'm just telling you what he does. And he's done it over and over and over and over. So when they select someone to take the steering wheel, they're counting on that person to be who they are. Okay? Now, I might gain some enemies by saying that, but it's true nonetheless. It's true nonetheless. He is being chosen to do what he already knows how to do very well. So it doesn't matter if it's Hillary, if it's Kamala Harris, if it's Obama, if it's George W., if it's Biden, if it's Trump. They are all on the same team. You heard it here first. Real talk.